Hey guys, what is going on? So today I have a little bit of a different kind of video. I'm going to be talking about the top 5 most interesting black metal bands. I think a better title for this video would be top 10 top 5 most disturbing. But I wouldn't say most disturbing because not all of these bands, their music is incredibly disturbing, but it's more their backstory or just more interesting because I don't find all of it extremely disturbing. It's just really interesting and intriguing, and I find myself obsessing over the history of these bands a lot. So yeah, this isn't necessarily a list of my top 5 favorite bands because I've already done a list of my top 10 favorite black metal bands. But I don't know, black metal is a subgenre of metal where it's like a lot of the bands, like the band members have really sketchy backstories. Some of them are kind of disturbing, while some of them are just really interesting, and some of them are just straight up frightening. So let's get on with this list. I actually just surprisingly have a lot of DSPM on this list, just coincidentally, but yeah. And a lot of one-man bands too. So anyways, number 5 is Xasthur. Xasthur is one of the best DSPM bands, and probably the most popular in that subgenre of black metal. And I don't know, the guy behind Xasthur is just really interesting. And I'm not saying that I'm like fascinated by him, but I just think that it's really weird. Like, I don't know, I saw like a documentary from Noisy. I think Noisy really doesn't know very much about talking about black metal, but I saw a documentary on like one-man American black metal bands, and they were interviewing him, and he's just a really, like, fucked up, like, hateful individual, and that definitely just reflects very strongly throughout the music of Xasthur, especially on amazing albums like fucking oh my god, excuse me, Telepathic with the Diseased is just so good. And I don't know, Xasthur is just really interesting. Yeah, number 4 is another one-man band. An absolute classic that everyone who's into black metal pretty much listens to, and that's Burzum. Everyone knows the story, Varg stabbing Euronymous. And to be honest, that's kind of what made me interested in listening to Burzum. I really do not agree with Varg's political views. I think that he's just really just stupid. That's my opinion on Varg. But his music is absolutely amazing. Especially, I really love his first album from Burzum, of course, the self-titled. There's a lot of really interesting stuff on there that makes you wonder about Varg's past as far as like before he murdered Euronymous and all that shit. I don't know. There's just some very emotional and kind of depressing shit on there, and it's just I find it to be very intriguing and entertaining, and it just makes there's just a lot of depth to Burzum's music, and it's just very interesting. And I don't know, Burzum is just one of those classic bands that everyone loves who listens to black metal. And I don't know, Varg murdering Euronymous really made me want to listen to Burzum, and I don't know, I have to separate the art from the artist because I don't like Varg. I think the first 4 albums are amazing, and I don't know, for some reason, just the controversy just makes Burzum more interesting, I guess. Because let's face it, Burzum wouldn't be as popular if Varg didn't fucking kill Euronymous, so yeah. Number 3, another one-man band, and probably my favorite one-man black metal band, Leviathan. Jeff Whitehead, there's a lot of fucking controversy with that guy. A lot of it's been proven. I'm not going to talk explicitly about it, the controversy. I'm sure you guys all know if you like Leviathan, or just one man, or just black metal in general. But a lot of those controversies have been proven false. But I just still think it's interesting, and like, it's like with Xasthur, he's just a really fucked up and hateful individual, and that reflects very well throughout his music, and that's one of the reasons that Leviathan is one of my favorite black metal bands, and such amazing albums like, 10th level, Sub-Level of Suicide, Tentacles of Horror, fucking, even the newest one, like, arguably his most popular, I can't talk today, fucking Scar-Sided, and I don't know, with a lot of black metal bands, it's just, their music is so interesting, and, depressing, or emotional, that it makes you really wonder about, like, the musician. And, with some bands and some bands, like, it's really hard to find any information. So, yeah, Leviathan. So, number 2 is a band that I actually haven't really heard that many people talk about, here on YouTube. And they're a fucking scary, disturbing band. They've only released 1 album, and that is Silencer. I've discovered this band rather recently, and honestly, I listened to, like, the first song from their only album. I forgot what it was fucking called. It was called, like, Death Pierce Me or something like that. And their vocalist, Natram, I can't pronounce his name. His vocals are absolutely fucking terrifying. I did a bunch of research and I listened to the album, a little bit of the album. I read their fucking Wikipedia page and shit. I wonder if they have a Metal Archives page. I want to do more research, but fuck, man. There's a lot of rumors surrounding that band, and most of them aren't true. Like, there's rumors that he, like, tried killing a little kid or something. But that was proven false, and it turned out that was his brother, and his brother committed suicide after that. There's also rumors that Netron, cut off his hands and sewed pig hands over them. That was also proven false. But the only, like, two, like, really weird things. It's pretty obvious at this point he's mentally insane, but, when they were recording the album, he would self-harm while recording vocals to make his, like, screams sound more, like, authentic, and you could totally tell that if you listen to it. Like, honestly, I'm kind of, like, when I listened to it for the first time, I was kind of scared of listening to it again, and I still am. They're not necessarily a band that I listen to, a lot, but I just find it to be, their history to be really interesting, because it's really just disturbing. I mean, I've listened to a lot of, like, really, you know, disturbing black metal out there, but nothing really. I mean, I really like the SBM, but fucking Silencer is just terrifying. His vocals just, oh man. And the riffs are so ominous sounding, and the history. Silencer is just, I don't know what to say. It's fucking terrifying. So, yeah, they definitely deserve their spot on this list. And that band actually kind of inspired me to make this list because I was just doing a bunch of research. So I just discovered them a few days ago, and I've been kind of fascinated by it. I don't know. I don't know if I could consider myself a fan of them just because their music is like, it's just more like entertainment. It's not so much like, oh man, I want to fucking, I don't know, like jam to this. It's more like, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's a weird fascination. But number one is a band that I absolutely love, and that is Mayhem. I'm sure you guys all saw this coming, because fucking, it's just mayhem. Everyone knows the story, and if not, you know, Dead committing suicide, Euronymous taking a picture, putting it on the cover. I already mentioned Varg stabbing Euronymous, and Dead fucking self-mutilating on stage, them throwing pig heads in the audience. It's just amazing. And hearing the stories about Mayhem is kind of what got me into black metal, because they were the first black metal band I ever listened to. I didn't like them at first. Then I heard Darkthrone, and that clicked with me. And for a while, I know I've said in the past that Darkthrone are my favorite black metal band, but honestly, I've found myself more recently listening to Mayhem more and more. And they're starting to become my favorite black metal band, in all seriousness. But fuck, man, it's just, I don't know. Even, like, for months I've been obsessed with Mayhem and just, like, their backstory. Even now, like, I've read countless articles about this, you know, their backstory. I've watched countless videos. It's just really fascinating to me. And, I don't know, there's just so much crazy shit about Mayhem that makes their music more interesting. And I mean, I heard about all the stories before I, listen to their music, and I don't know. That's kind of what intrigued me to find it, and that attracted me to their music, and I ended up fucking loving it, although it had to grow on me, and so Mayhem definitely deserved their spot on this list. So, top 5 bands I found whose history or music I found the most interesting or disturbing. So that's Xasthur, Burzum, Leviathan, Silencer, and Mayhem. So, yeah, that's it for this list. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.